Ladies and gentlemen, what is beauty? For centuries we have been told that beauty is in the way we look, the way we dress, the way we appear to the world. But today I invite you to redefine beauty, not as something external, but as something far greater. True beauty is not in the perfection of the skin, but in the depth of the soul. It is in the strength of a woman who rises after every fall, in the courage of a mother who sacrifices for her child, and in the resilience of a girl who refuses to let the world define her worth. Life does not always go as planned. We face challenges, heartbreaks, and failures, but these struggles do not make us weak. They shape us. They give us the power to stand taller, to embrace our scars, and to wear them as medals of honor. A strong woman is not the one who has never fallen. She is the one who rises every time she does. You do not need anyone to validate your worth. You do not need to fit into a mold created by society. You are enough just as you are. You are beautiful because of your heart, your kindness, your passion, and your dreams. So let us redefine beauty today. Let us celebrate strength, resilience, and courage. Let us teach the world that beauty is not in the face, but in the fire that burns within. Beauty is not external. It is found in strength, resilience, and kindness. Yet for generations, society has conditioned us to believe otherwise. We have been taught that beauty is about symmetry, about flawless skin, about how well we fit into a predefined mold. Magazines, advertisements, and social media constantly bombard us with images of what beauty should look like, shaping our perceptions from an early age. But what happens when a woman does not conform to these standards? Does she lose her beauty? Absolutely not. True beauty is not something you see, it is something you feel. It is not in the perfection of one's face, but in the power of one's soul. Strength is the foundation of real beauty. A woman who has endured pain, hardship, and failure, but continues to rise is a testament to true beauty. Strength is not about the absence of struggles, it is about overcoming them. A woman who has faced rejection but refuses to let it define her worth. A woman who has lost everything but still finds the courage to rebuild her life. These are the faces of true beauty. It is in the mother who works tirelessly to provide for her children, in the daughter who defies the odds to pursue her dreams, in the sister who stands up for what she believes in despite opposition. Strength is the ability to rise after every fall, to stand tall despite the weight of the world pressing down on you. It is in the unwavering spirit of a woman who refuses to be broken by circumstance. Resilience is another powerful expression of beauty. Life does not always unfold the way we expect. It throws challenges our way, tests our patience, and sometimes brings us to our knees. But the most beautiful women are those who rise after every setback, who refuse to let failures define them. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about getting back up every single time. It is about standing firm in the face of adversity and choosing to keep going no matter how difficult the journey may be. A woman who has suffered heartbreak but still believes in love. A woman who has experienced loss but still finds joy in life. A woman who has been told she is not enough but refuses to accept that as her truth. This is beauty. It is the courage to embrace every scar as a mark of survival, to wear every wound as a symbol of strength. Kindness, often overlooked in the conversation about beauty, is one of the most profound qualities a woman can possess. In a world that can be cruel and unforgiving, kindness is an act of defiance. A woman who chooses to be compassionate, who lifts others up instead of tearing them down, who spreads love even in moments of pain, this is true beauty. Kindness is not weakness. It is the greatest strength. It takes immense courage to be kind when the world has been unkind to you. It takes incredible power to smile when you have every reason to break, to offer a helping hand when you yourself are struggling. A beautiful woman is not the one who is admired for her appearance, but the one who is remembered for how she made others feel. Unfortunately, society continues to measure beauty by shallow standards. Women are judged by their weight, their skin, their features, their attire. They are made to feel inadequate because they do not fit an unrealistic image. This leads to self-doubt, insecurity, and a constant pursuit of perfection that does not exist. How many women have stood in front of a mirror and criticized themselves for not being enough? How many have hidden their scars, their wrinkles, their imperfections out of fear of being judged? But the truth is, the most powerful, radiant women are those who have accepted themselves fully, who love their bodies, not because they are perfect, but because they tell a story. A woman's stretch marks are reminders of life she has created. Her wrinkles are evidence of years lived with wisdom and experience. Her scars are proof of battles fought and won. These are not flaws, they are the essence of beauty. A woman who recognizes her own worth is unstoppable. She does not seek validation from others because she knows that her beauty does not depend on their approval. She understands that her value is not tied to the number on a scale, the texture of her hair, or the smoothness of her skin. She carries herself with confidence, knowing that her strength, her resilience, and her kindness make her beautiful beyond measure. She embraces her uniqueness, celebrates her imperfections, and refuses to conform to unrealistic ideals. This is the kind of beauty that does not fade with time, the kind that only grows stronger with each passing year. History is filled with women who have redefined beauty through their strength, resilience, and kindness. From leaders who have fought for justice to everyday women who have persevered against all odds, these are the women who inspire the world. They are not remembered for their appearances, but for the impact they have made. Beauty is not about fitting into a mold. It is about breaking it. It is about standing up for yourself and others, about refusing to be silenced, about embracing everything that makes you unique. To every woman who has ever doubted herself, who has ever felt less than enough, who has ever questioned her worth, know this: you are already beautiful, not because of how you look, but because of who you are, because of the battles you have fought, the kindness you have shown, the dreams you continue to chase. Your beauty is not defined by society's standards, but by the fire that burns within you. So stand tall, embrace yourself fully, and let the world see the strength, resilience, and kindness that make you truly beautiful. A woman's struggles do not weaken her, they shape her into someone even stronger. Every hardship, every setback, and every moment of pain is a stepping stone toward a version of herself that is wiser, bolder, and more resilient. Yet, society often tells women that struggles make them fragile, that pain diminishes them, and that challenges should be avoided at all costs. But the truth is far from this misconception. Struggles do not make a woman weak, they transform her into a force to be reckoned with. From the moment she enters the world, a woman is expected to conform to various expectations, be it as a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, or a professional. She is often told what she can or cannot do, how she should behave, and what role she should play. And when she dares to defy these expectations, she faces resistance, criticism, and at times rejection. But rather than breaking under pressure, she learns to rise. She learns that every hardship she endures teaches her something valuable. When she is told she is not good enough, she finds the strength to prove otherwise. When she is underestimated, she works twice as hard. When she is ignored, she makes her voice heard. With every challenge, she grows stronger, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Struggles are often disguised as painful experiences: heartbreak, loss, failure, betrayal. A woman may experience rejection in relationships, where she gives her all only to be left wondering if she was ever enough. She may work tirelessly in her career only to see opportunities slip through her fingers because of biases beyond her control. She may pour her heart into nurturing her family, sometimes feeling unappreciated despite all she does. In these moments, it is easy to feel defeated, to wonder if the pain is worth it. But every time she pulls herself back together, she realizes that she is becoming someone even stronger than she was before. There is something extraordinary about a woman who has faced adversity and refuses to let it define her. She understands that every difficulty she has endured has given her a deeper understanding of herself. She no longer fears the storms that life brings because she has already survived countless storms before. She no longer seeks external validation because she has learned that her worth is not determined by others. She no longer hesitates to chase her dreams because she knows that every setback is just another lesson in persistence. She is not weakened by her struggles. She is fortified by them. A woman who has faced struggles learns resilience in ways that cannot be taught. She knows what it is like to fall and pick herself back up. She knows the feeling of uncertainty, of standing at the edge of the unknown, yet she steps forward anyway. She learns to trust herself, to believe in her ability to overcome even when the odds are against her. She discovers that true strength is not in avoiding struggles, but in embracing them as a part of her journey. The scars she carries are not marks of defeat, but symbols of survival. Each one tells a story of a battle fought, a lesson learned, and a woman who refused to be broken. There are countless stories of women who have risen from their struggles, using their pain as a source of power. There are women who have survived personal tragedies and used their experiences to help others heal. There are women who have faced discrimination and worked to create opportunities for those who come after them. There are women who have been knocked down by life, but have chosen to stand taller than ever before. Their struggles did not weaken them. They shaped them into women of extraordinary strength. It is in the moments of darkness that a woman finds her true light. When she is forced to navigate through pain, she discovers depths of courage she never knew she had. When she is pushed to her limits, she realizes that she is capable of more than she ever imagined. Pain teaches her patience, challenges teach her perseverance, and hardships teach her gratitude. She no longer takes things for granted because she understands the value of everything she has worked for. She becomes more compassionate because she knows what it feels like to struggle. She becomes more fearless because she has already faced her worst fears and emerged stronger. A woman's strength is not measured by how easy her life has been, but by how she has responded to the difficulties she has faced. Some of the strongest women are those who have endured the most pain, but have not allowed it to make them bitter. Instead, they have chosen to rise above their circumstances and become a source of inspiration for others. They have transformed their struggles into wisdom, their pain into purpose, and their hardships into stepping stones toward greatness. Every woman at some point in her life will face moments of doubt, moments where she questions her ability to keep going. She may feel as though the weight of the world is too heavy to bear, but in those moments, she must remember that every challenge she has faced has prepared her for this very moment. She has already survived so much, and she will continue to overcome. She is not defined by what has happened to her, but by how she chooses to respond to it. She is not weak because of her struggles. She is strong because of them. The most beautiful transformation happens when a woman realizes that her struggles were never meant to destroy her, but to shape her into the woman she was always meant to become. When she looks back at everything she has been through, she will not see a woman who was broken. She will see a warrior, a survivor, a force of nature who refused to be held down. She will see a woman who took every setback as an opportunity to grow, every pain as a lesson, and every struggle as a stepping stone toward her true strength. A woman who has faced struggles does not walk through life with fear. She walks with confidence, with purpose, and with the unshakable belief that she is stronger than anything that comes her way. She is a testament to the fact that struggles do not weaken a woman. They reveal the unstoppable power that was always within her. The scars are not flaws. They are reminders of battles fought and won. Each scar, whether visible or invisible, tells a story of resilience, of survival, and of triumph over adversity. Society often teaches us to hide our scars, to cover them up, as if they are imperfections that diminish our worth. But in truth, scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of strength. They are reminders of the moments when we were tested, when we endured pain, and when we refused to give up. A scar is never just a mark on the skin. It is a symbol of a struggle overcome, a lesson learned, and a journey that has shaped us into who we are today. A woman's life is often filled with challenges that leave behind both physical and emotional scars. The stretch marks that come from bringing new life into the world are not imperfections. They are a testament to the incredible strength of a mother. The scars from surgeries, illnesses, or accidents are not blemishes. They are proof that the body has healed and adapted. Even the emotional scars from heartbreak, betrayal, or loss are not burdens to carry with shame. They are evidence of the battles fought within, the pain endured, and the resilience that emerged stronger than before. Every scar has a story, and every story matters. Some scars remind us of times when we thought we would never make it through, when we felt broken beyond repair, when we questioned our ability to keep going. But looking back, we realize that we did survive, that we did find a way forward, and that those experiences only made us wiser and more compassionate. The pain that once felt unbearable eventually turned into strength, and the wounds that seemed impossible to heal became the very reason we grew into the people we are today. A woman who has faced adversity and carries scars from her journey should never feel ashamed of them. They are not something to be hidden. They are something to be honored. They show that she did not let life defeat her, that she did not surrender to despair, that she stood up after every fall. She is not weak because she has suffered. She is powerful because she has endured. When the world told her to give up, she chose to fight. When she was knocked down, she found the courage to rise. And when she was left with scars, she did not see them as reminders of pain, but as proof of victory. There is a certain beauty in scars that cannot be found in perfection. Perfection is an illusion, an unattainable standard that society imposes, making people believe they must erase every mark of their struggles to be seen as whole. But true beauty is not in flawlessness, it is in authenticity. A woman who embraces her scars and owns her story radiates a kind of beauty that goes beyond appearances. She carries herself with confidence, knowing that every scar represents a moment of transformation. She does not let society define her worth based on superficial standards. She defines it by her strength, her resilience, and her ability to keep moving forward despite everything she has been through. Often, the most inspiring stories come from those who have been through the most difficult battles. A woman who has faced loss understands the depth of love. A woman who has endured heartbreak learns the value of self-worth. A woman who has struggled with failure discovers the true meaning of perseverance. Every scar is a lesson, a reminder of how far she has come and how much she has grown. Instead of feeling diminished by them, she learns to wear them like armor, knowing that they are proof of her ability to overcome even the darkest moments. It is not just physical scars that shape a woman, it is also the unseen scars, the emotional wounds that she carries within her heart. These are the scars that no one else may see, but they are just as significant. They come from moments of deep pain, from disappointments, from dreams that seem to slip away. And yet, even these scars hold power. They remind her that she has felt deeply, that she has loved fiercely, and that she has survived heartache that once seemed unbearable. They remind her that she has walked through fire and emerged stronger. Scars should never be a source of shame. They should be celebrated as marks of survival, as evidence that no matter what life threw her way, she kept going. They are proof that she has lived, that she has taken risks, that she has chosen to keep believing in herself, even when things seemed impossible. They are part of her journey, and they deserve to be acknowledged with pride. A woman's scars do not make her less beautiful. They make her more extraordinary. They tell a story of courage, of resilience, and of the unwavering spirit that refuses to be broken. The next time she looks at her scars, she should not see flaws. She should see the battles she has fought, the obstacles she has overcome, and the strength that has carried her through. She should remember that every scar is a chapter in her story, a reminder that she has survived, and a testament to the warrior that she is. Self-worth should not be defined by society's standards, but by one's own courage and dreams. Yet, from the moment we enter this world, society attempts to mold us into something we are not. It imposes expectations, dictates what success should look like, and pressures us to conform to ideals that do not align with who we truly are. For women, this pressure is even greater. They are told how they should look, how they should behave, and what their ambitions should be. They are made to believe that their worth is tied to external validation. How attractive they are, how many people approve of them, how well they fit into predefined roles. But self-worth is not something that can be measured by society's shallow standards. It is not found in approval, in comparisons, or in meeting expectations set by others. True self-worth is found within, in the quiet moments when a person chooses to believe in themselves, despite the noise of the world telling them otherwise. A woman who builds her self-worth on her own courage and dreams is unstoppable. She does not wait for permission to pursue her passions. She follows them fearlessly. She does not seek validation from others because she knows that her worth is not dependent on their approval. She understands that no one else gets to decide her value. It is not determined by the number on a scale, the beauty trends of the time, or the opinions of those who do not see her true potential. She is enough as she is, simply because she exists, because she dares to dream, and because she has the courage to chase those dreams despite obstacles. The world often tries to convince women that their worth is conditional, that they are valuable only if they are successful by certain standards, only if they are desirable, only if they meet expectations that were never theirs to begin with. This conditioning starts early. Young girls are praised for being quiet, polite, and accommodating. They are taught that being liked is more important than being authentic. As they grow, they are told to be ambitious, but not too ambitious, to be confident, but not intimidating, to be strong, but not too strong. This endless balancing act is exhausting, and it leaves many questioning their worth, believing that no matter what they do, they will never be enough. But the moment a woman decides that her worth is not up for debate, everything changes. When she stops looking outward for validation and starts looking inward for strength, she realizes that she is already enough. She no longer feels the need to shrink herself to make others comfortable. She no longer feels the pressure to prove herself to those who refuse to see her value. She understands that her dreams matter, not because they are approved by society, but because they are hers. She learns that courage is not about never feeling fear, but about pushing forward despite it, and with each step she takes toward her dreams, her sense of self-worth grows stronger. Courage is one of the greatest foundations of self-worth. A woman who is brave enough to be herself, to take risks, to stand up for what she believes in, is a woman who knows her own value. Courage is choosing to walk away from people who do not respect you. It is speaking your truth even when your voice shakes. It is following your dreams even when no one else believes in them. It is refusing to settle for less than you deserve. A woman who builds her self-worth on courage does not need society's validation because she has already validated herself. Dreams too play a crucial role in self-worth. A woman who dreams freely and pursues those dreams with passion does not waste time seeking approval. She does not let others dictate what she should aspire to. She understands that her ambitions are hers alone, and she does not need to justify them to anyone. Whether her dream is to build a career, create art, raise a family, explore the world, or change lives, it is valid simply because it is hers. Society may try to discourage her, telling her she is not capable, that her dreams are unrealistic, that she should lower her expectations. But a woman who knows her worth does not listen to these voices. She listens to her own heart, her own desires, and her own determination. Self-worth is also about embracing imperfections. Society often equates worth with perfection, making women believe that any flaw, physical, emotional, or professional, diminishes their value. But real self-worth comes from understanding that flaws do not make someone less worthy. They make them human. A woman who accepts herself as she is, who loves herself despite her scars and struggles, is a woman who has claimed her own power. She does not need to be flawless to be valuable. She does not need to fit into a specific mold to be deserving of respect and love. She is worthy simply because she exists, because she breathes, because she dares to take up space in the world. There will always be people who try to define a woman's worth for her. They will set standards that she cannot meet. They will judge her choices. They will tell her what she should and should not be. But the moment she realizes that their opinions do not define her, she is free. Free to live on her own terms. Free to pursue a life that fulfills her. Free to walk away from anything that is not aligned with her truth. A woman who knows her worth is a woman who cannot be controlled. She is a woman who does not seek validation because she has already given it to herself. She is a woman who follows her dreams because she knows they are hers to pursue. She is a woman who stands in her power because she understands that no one else gets to determine her value. Her worth is not measured by society's standards. It is measured by her courage, her resilience, and her determination to live a life that is truly her own. True beauty lies in embracing oneself fully without seeking validation from others. In a world where external approval often dictates self-worth, where beauty is measured by unrealistic standards, and where social validation becomes a source of confidence, it is easy to fall into the trap of constantly seeking acceptance. Women, in particular, are conditioned from a young age to believe that they must look, act, and be a certain way to be considered beautiful. They are taught that their worth is dependent on how others perceive them, on how flawless their skin is, how slim their body appears, how well they conform to beauty trends. But true beauty is not found in meeting someone else's expectations. It is found in the courage to embrace oneself fully, to accept every flaw, every imperfection, every unique trait, and to stand tall without the need for approval. A woman who embraces herself fully is a woman who understands that beauty is not a competition. She does not compare herself to others, nor does she measure her value against society's ever-changing ideals. She knows that beauty is not about having the perfect features or fitting into a certain mold. It is about confidence, self-acceptance, and the ability to love oneself despite the pressures of the world. True beauty is found in the woman who carries herself with grace, not because she is seeking admiration, but because she has learned to appreciate herself. It is found in the woman who smiles without worrying about what others think, who walks with confidence despite her imperfections, and who radiates authenticity in a world that constantly pushes people to be something they are not. Seeking validation from others often leads to self-doubt and insecurity. When a person's sense of beauty depends on external opinions, they become trapped in an endless cycle of approval seeking. They constantly wonder if they are good enough, if they measure up, if they are worthy of love and attention. They change themselves to fit expectations, hiding their true selves out of fear of judgment. But true beauty is not found in trying to please others. It is found in the freedom to be oneself completely, unapologetically, and fearlessly. A woman who no longer seeks validation from others is a woman who has reclaimed her power. She no longer worries about whether she meets conventional standards of beauty because she has defined beauty for herself. She no longer needs constant reassurance because she has built her own confidence from within. To embrace oneself fully means to love every aspect of who one is, even the parts that society tries to deem unworthy. It means accepting one's body, not because it fits into a certain standard, but because it carries strength, resilience, and uniqueness. It means embracing one's personality, not because it is approved by others, but because it is authentic and real. It means letting go of the need to be perfect, and instead finding beauty in being genuine. A woman who embraces herself does not hide her flaws, she owns them. She does not try to change who she is to fit someone else's idea of beauty. She stands in her truth and celebrates it. There is incredible power in self-acceptance. A woman who loves herself for who she is becomes unshakable. She no longer allows the opinions of others to dictate her happiness. She no longer looks in the mirror searching for flaws. Instead, she sees strength, growth, and individuality. She no longer seeks attention for validation because she knows her worth does not depend on external praise. True beauty comes from within, from the way a woman sees herself and the way she carries herself with self-respect and confidence. Society often tries to tell women that they must change to be beautiful. They are told that they must look younger, be thinner, have flawless skin, and fit into impossible beauty standards. But real beauty does not come from erasing imperfections. It comes from embracing them. It comes from the understanding that beauty is not about looking perfect, but about being real. A woman who stands proudly in her own skin, who refuses to conform to pressures that tell her she is not enough, is the most beautiful of all. She understands that no amount of external validation can replace the inner peace that comes from self-love. When a woman stops seeking validation from others, she becomes free. She no longer lets criticism break her, nor does she rely on compliments to build her up. She finds beauty in her own reflection, not because it is perfect, but because it is hers. She walks confidently, not because she is seeking attention, but because she is comfortable in her own skin. She stops comparing herself to others, knowing that she is unique and that no one else can define her worth. She embraces her natural self, her unfiltered emotions, her authentic personality, and she radiates beauty simply by being who she is. True beauty is about authenticity. It is about being able to stand in front of the world without masks, without pretending, without fear of judgment. It is about looking in the mirror and seeing someone who is worthy, strong, and enough. It is about realizing that external validation is fleeting, but self-acceptance lasts forever. A woman who embraces herself fully inspires others to do the same. She becomes a reminder that beauty is not something that needs to be earned through approval. It is something that exists within each person, waiting to be recognized and celebrated. Letting go of the need for validation is a journey, but it is one worth taking. It requires unlearning the belief that worth is tied to appearance, that beauty is a competition, that approval equals value. It means replacing self-criticism with self-compassion, replacing comparison with appreciation, and replacing doubt with confidence. It means standing up against the unrealistic standards imposed by society and choosing to define beauty on one's own terms. The moment a woman realizes that she is enough as she is, without alterations, without approval, without comparison, she becomes truly beautiful. She radiates a light that no amount of validation can give her. She carries herself with a confidence that no beauty standard can define. She loves herself not because she has been told she is beautiful, but because she has decided that she is. And that is the most powerful beauty of all. True beauty is not something that needs to be earned through validation, nor is it something that can be measured by external standards. It is not defined by perfection, by meeting expectations, or by seeking approval from others. True beauty is found in authenticity, in self-acceptance, and in the courage to embrace oneself fully, flaws and all. A woman who recognizes her own worth does not need society to tell her she is beautiful. She knows it. She feels it, and she radiates it from within. The journey to self-acceptance is not always easy. It requires unlearning years of conditioning, breaking free from societal pressures, and letting go of the fear of judgment. It means choosing self-love even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. But the moment a woman stops seeking validation and starts embracing herself for who she is, she discovers a beauty that is unshakable. It is a beauty that does not fade with time, that does not change with trends, and that cannot be taken away by anyone's opinion. When a woman stands in her own power, when she looks in the mirror and sees strength instead of flaws, when she walks with confidence not because she seeks attention but because she is comfortable in her own skin, that is when she is truly beautiful, not because the world says so, but because she has decided to believe it for herself. And in that moment, she is free.